what's up? Hello, my name is Emma. I am here today with
Michael Booklion.
And we are at the Strand bookstore in New York City, and we're going to be asking strangers for book recommendations. So basically, we are going to go up to 3 strangers, ask them for book recommendations, and no matter what they recommend, we are going to buy it. We've set a price limit of about $40 for this video because, like, I'm not out here trying to spend $60 on one book just
kids are on a
recommends
budget.
it.
So.
True. We are also filming the same video on Michael's channel, so you should definitely head on over, check the link in the description, and find out what books he had to buy because a stranger recommended them. This is the most uncomfortable video I've ever had to film in my entire life, but I'm really excited.
Maybe for me too, I'm not sure. I've done some weird things before. I've twerked. Hey, not twerking too much.
So I have found my first participant. What is your name?
Miguel.
Miguel. So what sort of books do you like to read?
I mostly like science fiction and fantasy.
Nice. I'm the same. So what book would you recommend to me?
I would like to recommend the Mistborn series
The
by
Mistborn
Brandon Sanderson.
series. Awesome. So why would you recommend it to me?
Because it's awesome.
Because it's awesome. That's
yeah,
a pretty
I really
good
like
reason.
Sanderson. Yeah.
Awesome. I actually haven't read any Brandon Sanderson, so I'm going to pick it up today.
Oh.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
No
participating.
problem.
So we are in the science fiction fantasy section, and there is one copy of Mistborn left. So I actually used to own Mistborn in like all of the gorgeous UK white editions, but I unhauled them because I didn't see myself reading them anytime soon. And I don't really like this cover, to be honest, but you know, like, it's a challenge. The book is here. I'm not passing up the opportunity to read a book that a stranger recommended to me. Also, it's only like $8, and so I'm like really satisfied with my purchase. My second participant. What is your name?
Ernest.
Ernest, thank you so much for agreeing to be on camera with us. So what sort of books do you like to read?
Usually I'm into fantasy. Well, we're already in the fantasy aisle, but I'm also into crimes, like the books I'm holding right now.
Awesome. I'm also into fantasy and crime. So what book would you recommend to me?
Well, right now I think this is a good book.
Ooh.
I'll Be Gone in the Dark. The author is dead.
Oh no.
And if you're a Veronica Mars fan, I'd recommend the book.
Okay.
From the past books I've read, gonna sound girly, but are you familiar with the Hush Hush series?
I haven't, but it's been on my to be read for a really long time.
Yeah, I like that book.
Awesome. So thank you so much for the recommendation. So on this table we have I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Melissa McNamara. It's on one of the display tables, and it says on it, I just read, "One woman's obsessive search for the Golden State Killer," which really interests me. So I feel like this is going to be a great purchase for myself. So I have found my third participant. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Nadine.
Nice to meet you, Nadine. So you had said off camera that you're like just getting back into reading. So what books are you the most interested in?
I like mystery novels and
Nice.
princess novels.
Ooh, sounds interesting.
That's what I'm like,
So what book would you recommend to me?
Well, one thing that I really liked when I was in high school was The Giver. I mean, I didn't know why I just could relate to it. It's just that you felt like, you know, in that age you were supposed to be this person, do everything the same way, and then you find out that there's more to life.
Yeah.
And that actually opened my mind to a lot of things, that not everyone is supposed to be the same person doing the same thing, and it broadens everyone's horizons. And just the part where I forgot the character's name, but when he saw the red color,
Yeah.
it's the best part ever. And then I was like, and then the ending, am I supposed to say the ending?
You don't have to say it.
The ending just keeps you wanting more.
Yeah.
And it's just makes you feel like there's more to life, and I really like that. It's very educational, and it's very real. You can really relate to it.
Awesome.
I
That was
like
so
that.
insightful. Thank you so much for the recommendation.
Thank you. Yes.
So we went to the section of where The Giver would normally be, and we thought that they didn't have it, but we asked a lovely sales associate at the Strand, and she found 2 different copies of The Giver for me. This is the paperback edition that I see everywhere, and I've never seen the gift edition before. So I don't really know which one I'm gonna get. They're both like $1 difference in price, but I think I might go with the paperback despite preferring hardback, because I know that the rest of the Giver series does also come in this edition, so if I ever want to pick up the rest of the series, they can all match. So it is 2 o'clock in the morning and I am so tired. But I figured it would be a good idea to close out this video where I actually explain what the books that I got are about. So book number 1 recommended to me by Miguel is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. As I said, I did buy the Mistborn series many years ago and I unhauled them, but I do have a new copy now. Honestly, I really should not be attempting to do this at 2 o'clock in the morning, so like don't expect a super high quality synopsis. But from what I understand, Mistborn takes place in this super high fantasy world where it has been ruled for a long time by an emperor and every single revolt has failed. But a new uprising is in the works that requires a criminal mastermind, an unlikely heroine, and a street urchin to work together in order to bring peace and hope to the land. I gotta say, Mistborn has been one of those books I have been avoiding for many years just because y'all know that high fantasy just is not my thing, but I know so many people love Mistborn and so many people are going to be commenting on this video that I should read it, but now I do have another copy of it, so I can get to working on it eventually. Book number 2 that was recommended to me by Ernest is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. Ernest was correct when he said that the author did unfortunately pass before completing this novel, but it was finished by her lead researcher and is just basically all about the Golden State Killer written from the perspective of a journalist. Many of you might know that I am really interested in true crime. My minor in college was actually criminal justice. Although I don't read as many true crime novels, I do really love watching documentaries, and to be honest, I don't know much about the Golden State Killer, though I know it is one of the famed serial killer cases in America, but I'm really interested to learn more about it from this book. I do believe this is a new release that just came out this past June, and I'm particularly interested in it because if you have been hearing some things about the Golden State Killer lately, there is a suspect that has been apprehended and is potentially being charged with some of the murders connected with the Golden State Killer. So I don't believe that's going to be focused on in this book, and so I'm really interested to read about it from the perspective of people who don't have this suspect that we now have in the news today. So I do think this is actually a really good fit for me, and I'm very, very interested in it. And then finally, Nadine's recommendation was The Giver by Lois Lowry. The Giver takes place in this utopian society where everyone is as equal as can be. The people are all assigned to jobs when they are young and they are meant to fulfill them throughout their entire lives. They don't ask questions, they obey the rules, they can't even see in color. And so our main character's name is Jonas, and he is assigned to be sort of like a mentee of this person called the Giver, who holds all of the knowledge of life before the community and all of this forced equality. Now, before filming this video, I had heard of Mistborn and I had not heard of I'll Be Gone in the Dark, but I did actually read The Giver in 7th grade. It's a very frequently required reading in high school and middle school in America, but I have not read it in years and I never owned my own copy, so it was a really good fit for me. I really loved the Giver movie adaptation that came out a few years ago, and around the time of it, I of course was more motivated to reread The Giver and see what I think of it as an adult compared to a teenager, but I just never got around to it. And definitely after having this book like come smack me in the face again today, I'm definitely more motivated to pick it up again and actually experience that reread. So these are all the books that some strangers recommended to me today. While some of them I feel are really great fits for me, some of them are definitely a little bit challenging and out of my comfort zone, and I feel like it was just like the best possible group of different books that I could have gotten today. Thank you again to Miguel, Ernest, and Nadine for participating in this video with me. I can promise you I was absolutely as uncomfortable as you were, but I really enjoyed chatting about books with you and definitely appreciate your recommendations. In the comments below, definitely let me know what you thought of this video. It was really difficult to put together, but I'm really happy with it, and I really like how it pushed me out of my comfort zone as a reader and a content creator. Again, don't forget to check out Michael's video, which I have linked below if you want to find out what books he was recommended by some strangers today. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon for a new video. Bye!